Nicole is going to lead us in a conversation about Plies and I don't know. Plies, but go ahead.
I mean, clearly, I thought it was hilarious. But I wanted to share it with you all to find out what you thought about it. Do you think he's right? Is he right?
So, a couple things. One, I'm a fitness dude, so I don't believe in all.
I want to preface this by saying I don't think any man has the right to tell a woman what she can do with her body. Let's preface that. Any adult tell any other adult what they should be doing with their body. Right. Let's preface that.
And I do. I'm sorry.
I don't really think that was his angle with that though.
Right. He was, how did he preface it? He said he was having a conversation with a friend who wants to get work done.
Like everything.
And he was like, do you know what you're going to attract with all of this? Do you know why you're doing it? And I guess she didn't really have a response. And he was like, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to attract an unattractive man. Well, that's not what he said. Basically, he said unattractive man with money, because those are the only types of men who really care about.
I believe he said ugly niggas.
I know, but I was trying to.
That's what I heard him say.
Yeah, I was trying to be friendly because I know that there were little ears around, but basically, he said an ugly nigga. You want to get an ugly nigga? So only ugly niggas care about like. Only ugly men, only ugly niggas care about women.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. But I guess maybe because he got his fronts removed.
So what's the underneath that? Is he saying ugly men value aesthetics in women more?
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, probably more so than
underneath that.
Men who are considered to be a lot more good looking. I can see that. I could definitely see that. I know like when maybe not so much now, but I remember being in college and being with like groups of friends where at the mall or on campus, we would always notice his name. Ugly dude, quick. They're the first dude in the group to pounce on a group of women because they know like the more attractive dudes have options. So we kind of sit back and they don't get to talk to the person they're interested in that day or at that event or whatever, they'll move on. But the dudes who are not very good looking, they're on it because they know like their friend is not going to go after the girl that they're going for. So like,
does that cross like races and cultures? Because so yeah, so I hung out. They're still great friends today, but they would be considered frat boys in college. And some of them, I don't know, would maybe conventionally be thought to be attractive or not. I'm not a woman, but I heard women say that they are. And they were generally like, you talk to every girl that you can. It's a numbers game. Like you talk to girls, you're gonna get.
That was like an ugly man's philosophy, though.
Bingo.
That's what I'm saying. Does it cross?
Maybe they're not attractive.
I don't know. Maybe I was lucky. I don't know. I met my wife on the internet, and we talked about work and all this crap, and we talked about the conversation of the day, and she was like, "An ugly dude would treat you worse than a good looking dude."
In a lot of instances, yes.
She said that got more ego than the good looking dude because the ugly dude was like, damn, I got a good looking chick now.
And they're bitter.
Yeah.
But isn't part of that overcompensation?
Take out all the they have for not getting the cute women in the cute schools. Like now I have money, I can get her, but it's like now you're treating her like garbage because
you think
no matter
it's a real scale on how men like
had to get money together.
Like all the rejection you get from women kind of piles up, and you can let it affect you differently. Like you get like incels on one end who completely hate and want them to die, and other men just you grow up and get used to it, and you just let it. It's nothing, you know what I mean? To get to talk to people, you get rejected. It is what it is, but like how it affects men is so different. You know what I mean? And I guess a Like you was talking about the kid, like you was ugly when you was a little baby boy and shit. Like if you been ugly since you was a kid and just been like girls been like, ew. Like I'm
It's
sure.
not like you know Sean, so you can't even speak. Sean been like, I don't know what it's like to be an ugly man. So he's like, I guess it's what.
No, I'm not being an asshole now. I'm not saying it like that.
I know. I just like to mess with him. And I've never seen my brother go through an awkward phase, and I used to be mad when I was a kid. Like, boo. I gotta look weird if he doesn't.
But I think that what he's trying to get to behind it, like you seem like he was talking to her like does she even understand why she's doing it? Is she doing it to attract a man, or is she doing it for her own self?
Right.
Or building herself up? Who knows?
But isn't it?
But I guess
all
he's
just,
saying the end result is ugly men.
Isn't it all just personal preference though? Like I look at it as like, why are we even asking a question of why somebody is changing their body or appearance because they want to? Personally, what hit me, like I don't know if it's a handsome man thing or not, but I always think if I'm with a chick, like she's gonna end up being better off. Like it's why like I picked her. So like looking good or changing appearance doesn't really. It's like, oh, like I'm not about, plastic surgery or anything like that. I don't think it's because I think I'm a handsome man or whatever. I just think it's just a personal preference, right?
But at 40 with multiple degrees, Quasi, that's what you believe. I just went to an after party with 26-year-olds, okay? I went right? So I'm like the mentor to one of them, right? And he's like, big bro, I need a bachelor party. The guy was gonna do it, flaked out, he helped me out. So I put a little bachelor party. I was going to Las Vegas, had a great time. The generation today, the 25-year-olds, it's a whole other thing. Like they really don't care about how they look. They don't care about their hygiene. None of that stuff. None of it matters. I got a whole room in a whole other hotel because I was not gonna be in a room with six. I got them 2 rooms, separated. Wasn't gonna be there because it's just a different type of decorum. Like I shared the picture earlier today with everybody. Like people were asking me, "Are you with them?" Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it varies too.
And it matters.
It depends on the group of.
Why? But it goes to the other thing. So fast forward a little bit more in the conversation. The guy that he was 5'9". And the beginning of last year, he weighed, 295. He was a big boy. Right?
Oh, hey.
Right? I helped him lose some weight, but he had unrealistic expectations of what losing weight would do for him.
I've seen that.
His goal.
I have whatever I want.
He's gonna look like Simeon Panda. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but he's talking dude, been training for 20 years, cut, shredded, on the juice, look great, and I want to go on the beach in a bikini so girls will see what they missed out on. I'm like, dog, you 5'9", you're black, you look like Coke bottle, and you weigh 260 pounds now. So no, sorry, bro.
And how old is he?
26.
Well, that means his brain has just recently been fully formed. So, well, no, honestly, because at 25 is when your brain is finally finished.
So
that is true.
Finished developing. So 26.
You're not wrong, Mrs. Woodward.
How old is Plies and how old is the woman that he was talking to?
That's the thing. Yeah, he didn't say how old she was. He did, I think, at the beginning say that he asked her, like,
right.
Why are you doing this? Do you know what you're gonna do?
It could have been
a young friend. It could have been like a niece or a cousin or something.
I'm not a proponent in that whole thing. I mean, if you 30 years old, you ain't got no boobs, okay, girl, you can get a boob job. But to get just tummy tuck, you can fix all that yourself without an item. And I'm an advocate for health because that's the nature of my whole business. So I'm an advocate for health and elective surgery just ain't something I really.
So when I was in New York, I had a bunch of friends got married at the same time, all started having kids at the same time. At that time, it was popular, and obviously it was for this sect of friends. When they had their kids, no matter the size, it would always be a C-section. So they could get a tummy tuck at the same time.
Who said that's not?
you would
at the same time.
You can't do that.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound like
You cannot do that.
And so what you would have is a bunch of ass like young moms, new moms or whatever. Man,
what do these new moms look like?
No. Okay, what is their bank account looking like? No, because I actually made the joke about having a C-section so I can get a tummy tuck, and my doctor was like, "That's negative." No, it's called the J.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can tell you the first thing when you Google C-section tummy tuck, like a bunch of articles that come up, and the first one is like genius idea or scary trend. Like literally, like you know, we're talking 30s for my friends, early 30s or late 30s, get married, have kids, like, you know, at the same time, do it all. Every single woman, and again, yes, Mia, it's definitely a economic thing, class. These are all friends from college, where they're all in finance, they all the same type of wives. You can guess what I'm talking about. But all they did, literally every woman, was, I'm gonna get to see, I'm gonna get it done or whatever. They would talk about, you know, party and whatever, and like, you know, a couple of friends is like, women had kids, like, can't tell. And then, like, you know, like, our boys, the husbands were like, yeah, like, you gotta put like extra 40 grand. I was like, what? Yeah.
And
so that is incredibly amazing.
Like why they were so pressed to like automatically have their bodies go like to look like they've never been pregnant before. Like,
I think because I think that's why they did it.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's also something to be said about the current culture that we live in, where we have the phenomenon of the Kardashians and how there's the appropriation of Black features and white bodies, and then we're talking about, you know, people that have these built-on bodies that aren't attainable, they're not realistic, and so maybe that is a new culture where people are shifting towards that.
I was just gonna say, like, looking. I promised myself I was just gonna grab the popcorn, but I was actually looking at. I was looking at Plies Twitter feed.
So was I, Paul.
So that, I mean, there's some fascinating topics on that, but like I think to that point, I wonder if he's like trying to come against some of that or offer a different perspective. And I don't know if this is like his version of like Steve Harvey, think like a man. You know, I don't know, but like it's interesting if you take that comment in a video and then link it up with some of the other comments they have on here. It's like, man, I mean, he's going deep on like identity for females, identity for males. Like, I mean, I was like, it's a wide range, and to that point, like, you know, for like Kim Kardashians and others, they're like, oh, I get pregnant, and then I get C-section, and I'll lose, you know, 30 pounds overnight, you know, that sort of thing. You know, just looking at his comments, and it's like, I feel like he's trying to come against some of that a little bit. But anyway, I thought that was interesting.
In the way that only Plies can, I would definitely check out his good page. I'm like, why is this covering a lot?
Yeah.
I have clients that are 15 years old, okay, that look online, see chicks on Instagram, and get mad at themselves for not being able to attain these bodies.
And those bodies aren't even always
they're not real.
Photoshop, or you know, it's angles that you like. It's not just a person standing in front of the mirror.
I know. I showed them the videos of how people take these perfect pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the prime examples that I like to use is Chef Babette. She's an attractive 70-year-old vegetarian woman, okay? But she has a photographer shooting her pictures on almost every single picture she has posted on Instagram. However, if you dig down deep, there is one video of her while she's working out with a home cam, with her cell phone camera, not made up and sweating, and then you can see, oh, she's out. But people don't want to see that, and they don't believe that. They believe, well, no, but look, she's right here. No, that's fake. And people have these false ideas of trying to attain but it's starting even younger. So last week I sat on Zoom with the Ambiance dance troupe. It's black ballerinas in the DC area, right? They're from ages 13 to 16. And one of my clients, her best friend had a daughter in it, and they were talking about nutrition because her daughter wasn't eating because she's scared she was going to get fat because her legs were touching in the middle.
Look out.
A side out? Okay.
So I literally was on this thing, and of course it started there quiet as hell at first. But then after I got them to open up a little bit, made some jokes, we started talking about, nutrition, eating, and why what you see on the internet is not real.
Right.
Yeah.
Or necessarily healthy. I mean, the things that some people have to do in order to have a certain look, not always
used to do.
Right. Yeah, it's not like, they're always taking a healthy approach. So
I mean, think that the Olympic guy is the healthiest in the world. Wrong. Do you know how depleted you are when you're on stage? You haven't eaten in 3 days. You haven't had any water in 48 hours. But they look good, but it's not healthy. So all that stuff is it's important. But like Plies said, what you gonna get?
Yeah, I mean, it is about energy, kind of whatever you put out there is what you're gonna get back. And I don't know. I mean, some of these younger women, I was aged out, so I don't know what the 20-somethings are doing. Like the people who are in that age group, like they're my relatives for the most part, like younger cousins. And it's such a small group. I don't see that within that group, but I'm like, that's like 3 or 4 people. So I don't really know what else is going on with the 20-somethings, and what their expectations are as far as like, physical appearance goes. What the women want their bodies to look like, and what younger men are expecting. And maybe because they've grown up, watching so many things, and maybe, parents aren't around, they have access to like porn and all this stuff that like people in our age group didn't easily have access to. Maybe that's shaping what they think something should be when it comes to physical appearance. I don't know. I'm old. I can't.
I saw something on them where they're like, this is the generation that's the first generation that's grown up with like internet, with dating online dating and internet porn from like when they were born through the age, I think, of 15 or something like that. And so what dating is to like young people and sex, young people, teenagers, like, and the expectations that come with it are like way different now. But what they are
connecting, like they're not having, obviously not all instances, but a lot of them maybe are just not having like those natural, organic connections that we all had. We didn't have social media to rely on to meet up with friends, to talk to friends. If you wanted to hang out with your friends, you either to get on the phone or go hang out, like physically be there. And maybe they're just used to images and doing this and having conversation on the phone, which is great in some ways, but in other ways it's like you guys gotta like talk to each other and see what real people look like without angles and filters and
no, you're right. As a parent, that keeps me up at night. I got 2 kids and a 9-year-old daughter who's just bombarded with stuff every day, and throwing COVID, where that restricts even more the ability to hang out with friends and build those natural relationships. And she's applying for schools now to elementary here stops at 4th, so she's got to apply to go to 5th grade. And I'm like, man, like what is this gonna look like for her? And as a dad, especially for a daughter and for a son, 4-year-old son, I mean, those are the type of things that keep me up at night, in terms of what they're exposed to today versus when we were growing up.
I don't know if Sean wants to speak on it, but it's a theme that we've been hitting on in our studies now about media and information literacy and site literacy and how those things really can't be regulated. It's got to be kind of sort of a communal effort, and that includes images. But back to what Plies said, and I guess me and you did learn. Yeah, the C-section tummy tuck is definitely a real thing. Like I wouldn't do that. Yeah,
well, I feel gypped because I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, I was told that I wasn't allowed.
I was straight up told.
Yeah,
but then again, Black women do
doctor.
get poor medical treatment compared to everybody else, so that could be part of it too. So, you know,
what I'm told is
Section tummy tuck ain't gonna get you nothing but an ugly nigga with money.
According to according to but if you're already married, I don't know. Like maybe I don't know if you like. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what like the dynamics of these relationships that the women have with their husbands or whatever, but they could have the type of husbands who are like, you know, jerks if they gain just the slightest amount of weight. Yeah. You know, maybe they're feeling pressure from their spouses, or maybe they're feeling pressure from their mommy friends, like all the mommy friends.
Yeah, that mommy pressure.
I noticed that.
And I can't be the only mommy friend that looks like, you know, a regular mom. Like I can't do that. Yeah. So who knows? But that's scary. That
it's scary and it's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. Person here, but when a lot of people are doing it, it's like you could die. Like, don't you just had a kid and you're to almost possibly take yourself out and leave the child without a mom because
for vanity.
Yeah. That is scary how, you know, important looks can be to some people. Wow.
But back to Plies, I wonder if he is referring to himself as the ugly person. That's the thing.
Yes. I was just about to go there. Yes.
Like he didn't point out.
He just got a little bit of cash. So is he saying that any chick that he's booking, he recognizes that he is the ugly person in that situation?
And then, like, all jokes aside, like the ugly jokes and stuff, there's research that shows, like, men find themselves to be generally more attractive than
I saw that.
the world might be. Like, doing things on a scale of 1 to 10, most men would look at a particular woman and be like, oh, I'll give her an 8. She might give herself a 6. Whereas with a guy, most women would look at him and be like, he's like a 5, and he would be like, I'm a 9. And it's like,
I saw that. I was like, wow. It's like deep in society. It's like women generally view themselves as less worthy than they are, and men generally view ourselves as more worthy than what we are. That's just that's not coincidental at all.
It's not like that.
The environment is created for people to have those beliefs. It's hard to.
That's not coincidental at all. You guys, anything else? We're gonna. No. Okay. All right. Well.
I mean, unless we want to at every segment have a Plies. I have a Plies segment where we what Plies then?
My power is going down and this phone charger is not cutting.
We'll be back with Paul with our interview with our featured guest Paul Sims, and discussion on Blacks and the barriers that we face in finance, technology, and also a general overview of the legacy of Black history, particularly with his family. So we'll be back.
Oh, I thought you would stop recording like.